Look. Hello, everybody. I'm just kind of waiting for a ship to come up. It should be down south of here. And so when it gets closer, I'm going to shoot out, get the ship and come back. I know that's not typically the way average person runs their channel, but it is what it is because winter's coming pretty soon, and I don't want to regret not getting any ships that I can right now. So,
Okay.
Dominic, how you doing?
I saw the bat signal and thought I'd check in.
Yeah, you're going to be here for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay, good because you want me to make you host?
Oh, why not? Yeah.
Because then anybody that comes in, you can make them host
Yep.
or co-host.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll take over for the moment.
I'm making you a host right now.
I'll just sit here and chat to people.
You should be a host.
I will check that. And yes, I am. Okay,
All right.
Paul. Bon voyage.
Yeah, because I'm going to go down and try and catch this ship. It's
You do that. And I'll sit and chat to people.
yeah, it's about a mile south of the Black River, which is where the turn is. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go catch it, and I'll be back.
No worries.
Thank you, Dominic.
Well, if there's anybody out there that wants to join and have a chat, I saw the signal and came out and did it. So hello everybody. Anything happen exciting? Anybody, even the lurkers, come and join. Anything new and exciting happening out there? The middle of November in Melbourne, Australia, and well, I thought it'd be a lot warmer. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Thursday morning here. It does warm up. It will warm up soon. Hopefully. But yep. Any lurker out there wants to come and chat, I'm totally open to it. Yep, I'll keep the seat warm for Paul. Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Hmm. Anybody? Anybody else got anything exciting to add to this? I'm just happy to sit here. I'll try and entertain as much as I can. Yeah, Paul went early. No, Paul's gone early because he wanted to catch a ship, and I just happened to see it. So if you want to come on and join us, Dre, and keep on, if it's up to you, if you'll come and join. But yes, he got on early because he wanted to catch a ship, and I just happened to see the notification and thought I'll keep the seat warm for him. I know it's a fairly early where you are because it's 8:30 a.m. here in Melbourne, 7:30 in Queensland. So that's easily what, midday, 2 o'clock in California. Okay. Hello, Draymond.
Well, is it morning or afternoon? No, it should be morning for you, right?
It's at 8:30 in the morning here,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Wednesday
good
morning.
day to you. That'll cover it.
Good. How you been?
Oh, not bad. Not bad. I just got a little concerned because usually if Paul comes on a little early, something has happened.
Yeah.
So
So
I just
how's
saw the
Wednesday
little,
treating you?
yeah, I saw the little thumbnail
Yeah.
showing him with the goggles and the sweatshirt. And I said, "Oh, did he lose the knee or something or whatever?"
Mm.
I was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, I was floating about and just
Yeah,
getting ready to do some stuff, and I thought, oh, okay, Paul's gone on early. That'll be good. I
yeah,
have to wait another half an hour.
that's all.
How's
Well,
Wednesday treating you now? It's a Wednesday over there. What, Wednesday
it's always
afternoon?
nice to have these holiday weekends coming off on a Monday, and
Mm.
it's my short week. So tomorrow is my Friday. So
Well,
I don't
that's good.
mind it at all. So I
So
only got to
you
work
got a
3 days
really
a week.
short weekend.
Yeah,
Mm. That is fascinating
yeah, yeah.
because
Three days off.
you had Veterans Day, and that's the
Yeah,
11th.
Veterans Day Monday, and then this is my normal 4 day week. So tomorrow's my Friday.
You've
Tomorrow's my
done
Friday,
well.
so I have Friday off. So that's
So you got
coming.
Monday and Friday off. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
We
Always got
don't
to
we don't
got.
have a public holiday. We don't have a
Yeah,
public holiday the 11th, but we do have Remembrance Day. So
right.
we do have a minute silence at 11 a.m.
Hmm.
Everybody just stops what they're doing, and
Right.
there's usually a flyover. There's usually a military flyover of roulettes or something like that.
Hmm.
But it depends on the weather and the like.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
that's the one thing we celebrate on the 11th.
Yeah,
So,
I think we were talking about this. I think I was on Sunday. Might have been
mm,
Monday. We were talking about this how we don't really. I would say we don't. Not that we don't honor, because there are parades and
mm,
other ceremonies, but usually it's a local
mm,
here in the States. And it's not a national thing like it is Australia, the UK, where you guys, the whole nation stops at that time for a
mm.
minute or two to show remembrance, or, or
Yep.
like honor those who have fallen. And I
Mm,
know for us, that's Memorial Day type behavior. But even on Memorial Day, we don't do it here in the
mm.
States. We don't have that type of, I would say, national remembrance overall.
Yeah.
So I think, and that's why I think it was, yeah, because me and Don was talking about, because he was saying that, I think in the UK they call it Armistice Day. You guys call it Remembrance Day, and we have two separate dates. It used to be called Armistice Day here, but since World War II ended, Armistice Day is really a reflection of World War One.
Mm.
So they changed it to Veterans Day to honor all veterans of all wars throughout American history. So it didn't
'Cause we
matter.
generally we also have
War.
Anzac Day, which is the 25th of April, and that is a public holiday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have marches and everything there.
Hmm.
That's I think two of the main ones.
Yeah.
Because
Like I said, we have that. I know
yeah.
here in the United States, it's just our observance of certain holidays is just, like I said, it's not a national thing. There's certain parts of the country where they do give remembrance, give honor to the whatever holiday it may be. They're a little more involved, but it's not at a national level. I would say the most national celebrated holiday in America is probably 4th of July. And that's because everybody wants to light up fireworks.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. That's about it. But even on Memorial Day, we don't have a time of reflection, even though the president may come out and lay a wreath at the unknown soldier's tomb, and there may be other symbolic type events, but it's just not everybody in the nation just stops. And I think that would be more appropriate if we did something like that. So everyone, no matter if you're in New York or California, Alaska or Florida, everybody's going to stop at that time to show remembrance and honor those.
Yeah, because our radio stations do that, and our TV stations just shut down for a minute.
Yeah, I think that would be most appropriate, for at least some of those holidays that we have, to do something on that level. Like I said, 4th of July is about as close as we get. That's about it. We got Thanksgiving coming up around the corner, and people look at Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is a holiday.
Well, it's a national holiday here, Thanksgiving. Okay. But I was about to say, people treat that as, I need to start stretching out and loosening up for Black Friday. That's how people view it. It's just like, all they think about Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Day after, I've been loosening up, getting some shape. And that's just the way how we view it. I mean, and I say over the last decade, corporations are starting to pull it back a little bit and everything. They've been pulling back a little bit on the workers and stuff, because holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas is more about family time.
Yeah. We don't really have that much of the Black Fridays. Our main one has now become Boxing Day. I think I've lost you there. Your internet's gone down. Oh, okay. I'll continue on. Yeah, we don't have Black Friday, even though it's starting to become a bit of a thing here. But as I said, Boxing Day, which is the 26th of December, we have our see you, Dre. Yeah, Boxing Day. And speaking of Boxing Day, we fill this cricket ground, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. We fill that with a lot of people, and we play cricket from the 26th to the 30th. 5-day test. But yeah, Boxing Day, it's absolute madness. All the shops are filled with people, and it turns into an absolute shit fight, actually. So yeah. And for anybody asking, anybody that came in late, Paul has gone to fly a ship and decided to start up early. So if you want to know that. For anybody that's been late into the chat, we did have Dre on for 10 minutes, and then his internet has fallen. So, yeah. And remembering our Christmas is warm because it's summer down here. So we play beach cricket, and we also do most people do barbecues because it's a pretty hot day, in the hundreds in Fahrenheit, 38, 39 degrees Celsius. So yeah, very interesting time coming up. We don't do Thanksgiving, so I don't know what sort of holiday we have that would be, similar to that. Because our main next holiday is really Christmas Day, and then there's Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and then Australia Day, which is a very interesting topic of discussion that I won't bring up. You can do your own research on that one. But yeah, it's a fascinating time. I take it the ship that Paul's flying is probably the one on the screen now. Ah, Dre's back.
Sorry about that, Don. My system locked up on me.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm sitting here running off in the mouth, and I realize I'm not moving. You're not moving.
Yeah, getting back to Black Friday, we don't really do that as well, but it's starting to creep in because we're starting to find a lot of Americanisms creeping into our
Yeah.
life down here. And as
Well,
as
like I
I said,
said, as our corporations start to become globalized, they share in the same philosophy, which is always protect the bottom line.
mm,
And a lot of companies, especially everything from clothing to especially electronics, make most of their bottom line money during the late holiday
oh Lord,
of the year. More TVs are sold between Black Friday and the Super Bowl here
hello
in
Lloyd.
America than
Hey,
any other time of the year. Hey, Lloyd,
yeah. How you doing, Dre?
I'm
Dominic?
doing good.
Good afternoon.
I'm back in now. My system just froze up. I had to reboot everything.
Mm.
Get my pop out chat brought up over here so I can see what people are writing.
Yeah.
Al wanted to ask Dre a question about Fly Guys. So
Yeah.
Al, not Dusty. So he's back.
Yeah. Al, I have worked with these guys, Fly Guys, for the last two, maybe 3 years. I have never had much issue with them. They supply me with most of my solar work, uh, for the most part. So I don't have much
I
problem
must
with
say,
it. They're,
in terms of, I've actually spoken to Stephen Sutton a couple of times. If
Mhm.
I take it, the same guy, yeah.
No, no, no,
Uh,
no,
he,
no.
he's
These guys are based out of Louisiana.
different.
Yeah, they're based
Fly
out
Guy,
of
not
Louisiana.
Fly By Guy. Sorry, I got
Right.
mixed up. They're similar name.
Yeah,
So you're talking about
they're
Stephen Sutton there for a minute.
drone brokers, and like I
Oh,
say,
okay.
they pay, I would say, a little bit above average than compared to some other companies out there. Better than the jobs that you get off Droners IO, and better than what you get from what is ZetView. I guess I pronounce their name nowadays. But like I said, that's who supplies me with a lot of my work I've
Okay.
done solar wise.
Because
All
what I've
that
noticed is a lot of these, drone brokers, there's not too many of them in Australia. And
yeah,
that the ones that there are seem to be um
Sketchy.
yeah, not sketchy. It's just that they are trying to think of the right word. No, the people that I've actually got in contact with are very nice people.
Mhm.
but they just don't seem to. They don't seem to have the reach that the other countries do. And when you're
Mhm.
trying to find something, I'm trying to find jobs in Melbourne, it's very hard to find, and they are very um, not heavy-handed, but they just seem to take on anybody. And you'll get a message saying, oh, that we've got a client, or we've got someone that wants to do a job. And then you get in contact with that person, you get them to fill out all the spec, and then they just ghost you. So they're not vetting the people that want it, or they're just sending people out and saying, "Oh, we want to do that. We just want some aerial photography." And then you know, some of them have been in restricted airspace, or some of them have been near an airport. Oh, we just want, and then I'm thinking, no, they're obviously not vetting the process that well
Right.
when they send you a lead. And it's obvious that they've started off doing something else, like an air tasker, or they're doing something else, and then they've thought, oh, okay, let's see if we can make some money with all the
Your own
with all
business.
the
Yeah.
drone people out there.
Yeah. Well, what you'll find, Dominic, what I found out that a lot of people who are, I guess, for lack of a better word, handlers, are not experienced pilots themselves.
Yeah.
They're more just, they may have a real estate background or something else, but it's all about sales. That's the whole thing. It's about sales.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you'll run into some of these jobs that are in restricted airspace, zero grids, and then they expect you to jump through all the hoops to get the approval to fly in those areas. But my biggest thing is what I've seen over the last several years, people talk about the economy and how prices are going up and everything else, but the money they want to pay drone pilots is not increasing.
Right.
But they're charging these people more money, but they're not passing it down to the pilot. And I always tell them, I said, if I got to go out and get authorization from the FAA, all this kind of stuff, guess what? My fee just went up.
Exactly.
Because you're not the one getting the approval. I have to get the approval. I got to submit all the paperwork and jump through all the hoops to make this happen.
Exactly. And I've actually, because I'm just about to complete the remote pilot's license, which is the REPL, which is pretty much similar to your 107. And we have a couple more levels on top of that. I thought, I'm just going to make contact with a few other, because we've got a really, really top-notch service out here by the name of Hover UAV, and they are absolutely fantastic. And they've basically mapped out all the levels. We do have we do have the OONP over here, the over or near people. And I found out that to get the full certification to be able to fly in or over people, it's going to cost 15,500 Australian dollars. And you've got to go through 6 different permits.
Yeah. So
which I thought was fantastic.
I'm always aware, let them know, hey, I'm gonna have to do this, that, and that. It's gonna cost. It's like right now, so many people, and they want certain things. And I tell them, I say, basic flying, this is where we're at. If you want me to fly RTK enabled mapping drones, hey, that's gonna cost you a little bit more. Because I say now you're paying for the technology. Because not every drone can fly RTK.
Right.
All right. And the same thing, if you want thermal, you're paying for the technology.
Exactly.
And also you're paying for my knowledge, because I'm certified Cat 1 in thermology and stuff. So I'm like, just like any other job, you got to pay for technology, or you're going to pay for knowledge, one or the other. And I just tell myself, hey, and sometimes these guys get so cheap. I remember one little small job I did a while back over the summer mainly, and it was a construction project. And I said, well, you guys want this RTK? And I said, I come a deal. I said, it's $25 more. Make it even $200. I'll be fine. So it was less than a battery job. They kind of hee-hawed about like, I'll go without. I said, you're paying me 175 already. You
Yeah.
can't bump up $25, you know? And then later on, the last month I did the job, they try to add on an extra 10 more acres to it. And I'm like, well, hey, now you're adding on more area. And I said, and then you're gonna give me an excuse talking about, well, we only up the price if it's over 50 acres. I said, no.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to determine that. I do. It's my equipment that's in the air, my battery is out there a little longer, and everything else. You know, your standards are what causes you to bump the price up doesn't meet my standards.
Exactly.
So it's always a lot of back and forth. I always tell people, I say, if you're not happy with the price, push back, and you'll be surprised. Sometimes they will. There's money to be made. Just like going to a car dealership.
Yeah.
There's always money between the margins.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody, the dealership's never going to lose money. That's a given. The dealership never loses money. So the money on the table that is negotiated is the seller's money or the manager's money or the finances people's money.
Yeah.
Where they're trying to sell you all this other kind of stuff. The dealership itself is never going to lose.
No.
That's the money that you're playing with. And the old saying about, oh yeah, trade in this, if it's not paid off, we'll pay your car off. I tell people that's the oldest line in the world. They're just gonna add that money on to the price of the vehicle you buying.
Yep.
Yep.
That's all there is to it. They'll send the other company a check, but guess what? That total amount's gonna sit around on top of your head.
Yeah.
Like I said, the dealership is not in the business of losing money.
Yeah, I used to play that game of trading cars and all that, you know, and finally I got to a point where I'm going to pay off a couple of these cars, and then I know what I can get on trade-in.
Right.
Because I'm going to book it.
Then you see how lowball they are. With
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They'll lowball you another one.
Yeah, so I don't buy a car unless either I can pay a really large down payment on it and then finance it at as low a rate as I can get in as short a term as I can get.
Yeah. And nowadays they get upset when you come in because they know everybody got the internet now. So you can go do your homework before you can show up on the lot. And they get all mad talking about, well, you know, you got to pay for this. I said, no, I don't. I ain't got to pay for that. I ain't going to pay for that. I ain't paying for no dealer prep. I ain't paying for no other kind of crap.
Yeah. I had a dealer do that to us one time. And I sat down and I started looking at it. And then I called the finance company. I said, is that check you sent that you sent me to give to them cleared yet? He said, no, why? I said, hold it for a day. And he says, I said, I got some. So I went over everything. He says, oh, did you also look for this? And I said, oh, no, there's another $150 they owe me. Yeah. They ended up giving me back they actually had to give me, you know, because I financed it independently. So they had to give me back cash that they had overcharged me. Yeah, they sign you up for this email club to tell you that you're getting your, you know, when it's time to change your oil and you get a free oil change and stuff. What they don't tell you is they charge you $800 for that email.
Yeah, I know.
And that's not even Australian dollars. That's American dollars.
I know. That's the interesting thing about it is I'd love to be paid in American dollars, but I don't want to pay something in American dollars.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I have an issue at the moment, and they're an Australian company, but their billing system is in US dollars, and that's frustrating because on the scope of it, the product they're selling is $97. And I'm thinking, yeah, I could easily fit that in. But then I contacted them and they said it's 97 US dollars, and that's 149 Australian.
Yeah.
So at 97 US, I can fit 2 of those in my budget. But when it goes to the conversion, it's $149. I can only fit 1 in my budget because I got $200 to spend on education. Yeah.
Back when I was in the military, I was married to my first mistake. I would go down to Mexico with her because her father was a missionary down there, and we'd go down there and but I would get just enough at the border, convert to pesos at the border,
Mm.
just to get me by. Then I'd go down to the bank, I'd go down like 300 or 400 when I'd get to my destination. Then I'd go to the bank and I'd convert as much of my money as I could to pesos. So I was getting like 25 pesos a dollar or 50 pesos a dollar down in country.
Mm.
But then, they were only paying, so it converted out to I got 3 times the amount of money when I came back in, and then I switched it at the border. I came back in and got, there's only 12 pesos to dollar, and I just bought a whole bunch. It was a sweet deal because I came back with more money than I left every single time, because at the time they didn't have unified banking. So each state set their own value of what an American dollar was worth.
Doing better than Vegas.
So yeah, it paid for my trips,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that conversion stuff sometimes, you think you're buying something for, like you said, Australian dollars, and it turns out, no, they want American dollars. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As I said, I'd love to be paid in it, but I don't like paying bills.
right.
It's always great to be paid in US dollars.
Oh yeah.
And Paul's back. He's just there. He
Oh,
is.
there he is.
Thanks for covering for me, guys.
No worries.
Well, you have
You know,
me a little worried, Paul.
it's
So I had
the,
to
it's
jump
the
in, make
time
sure
of
you
year when
did.
the ships are gonna stop going, and I want to get as many as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you didn't lose anything. You don't pop on early unless something's happened.
Well, because there's only been 3 ships go by today, 2 this morning and this one at about 4:30.
Okay.
And then there's nothing else on the lakes at all. So
Okay, when did the lock start shutting down?
usually the 3rd week of January, they shut down for like 4 to 5 weeks, and then they open up again.
Right. Yeah, I remember you telling me that last year sometime. I wasn't sure when they start locking the locks down.
Well, the
So I
thing
mean,
of it is
why is it such a slowdown? Just
there's a lot of ships that can go in the wintertime, even with the locks are closed, because they're locked in. They can go up as far as Mackinac, back around to Chicago, and down at Toledo, as far as the locks start down in the southern end, and usually those are the chemical hauling fuel and that kind of stuff.
okay, heating oil, stuff
Tankers,
like that.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So yeah, I got it.
Good for you. So Lloyd, what's been going on? I saw you guys for a hot minute Monday, right?
Monday,
you
yeah.
guys were on.
Yeah.
I've just been trying to find something to do with my time now, trying to
Nothing
stay
wrong
out
with
of,
that. Yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah.
always welcome here, just like
well,
you
and that's
are.
why that's for the longest time, especially the last few years Judy was alive, I couldn't really get on any of these because usually I was trying to catch when she was asleep. I would try to sleep because
Mhm.
I might be up with her all night long, so
Yep, you were
Right.
a caregiver. Yep.
yeah, I was her caregiver. Well, really for 10 years, but the last 3 after she had her stroke, that was when it started getting a little, and we knew, we both knew that her time was numbered. So, but
Right.
yeah, now I've gotten into, to answer your question, I've gotten into RC, cars and crawlers, rock
Well,
crawlers.
I thought you always was into that, wasn't you?
Well, I was years ago, and then I kind of backed
Okay.
out of it. But yeah, I've,
Hi, Brian.
Mel got me into it because, well, I was
Mhm.
thinking about getting one, and next thing I know, I bought one off of Mel, and then
Yeah.
8 more cars later, but
There you
I've got
go.
them from 124 scale up to 1/6 scale,
Okay.
and I
Wow.
got
Pretty big one
Never
there.
been to 1/6. I did 1/8 when I was younger.
yeah,
I did
Mm.
1/10 and 1/8 when I was younger.
right. I've got
I never got to
three.
1/6.
I
Hey,
got
Brenda.
3 1/10 scales. I got a basher, and that
Mhm.
thing I haven't it was ready to go. I mean, it had everything you could want on it. Brushless motor. You know, it's got the heat sink on it, so that and a cooling fan, so it keeps it cool. The ESC's
Oh,
got a
good.
cooling fan, so it's like this thing is made for bashing, jumping, and all that. And it even came with an extra pinion gear, so you can change the gearing to make it faster.
Nice.
Right.
There's no way I want to go faster. I couldn't control it because this thing
Hey,
hits
Michael.
Yeah.
right now. It hits about 32, 33 miles an hour. You know.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
if I put that pinion gear on it, or I were to upgrade the motor to the next one up, I could probably get 50 out of it. I've actually got a drag car at 69 Camaro
Mm.
that is a drag car. Now it will go between 50 and 75 miles an hour, but
Well,
Okay.
I've never driven it that fast. I ain't that.
Right.
I'd lose it. It'd go shooting through about the time a car come driving through down the street, and that'd be the end of it. You know, and I couldn't get it under control fast enough. But yeah, I enjoy it. My youngest son here in Muskogee, he was into racing. Well, both of us were. I raced when he was a kid, and then when he grew up, he got back into it. And well, hello, Sunstar. But he decided he wanted to get into rock crawling too, and he's like me. He jumped in feet first. He's rebuilt 3 of them already, and he's got parts for probably 2 more that he's going to build. So, and
Okay.
yeah, he's like me though. Those smaller ones, like I've got an 18th scale and a 120, 2/18th and a 1/24th, and they're a lot of fun. You know, they're just because and they're not as expensive to upgrade. You start getting into the 1/10th and the 1/12th and the 1/6. Well, those parts start getting pricey. You know,
Hmm.
so but I'm still flying my Avadas.
Okay.
You know, I've got the Avata 1 and the Avata 2, but yeah, I've just been trying to stay out of trouble, having to keep my dogs happy. They, you know, they're the ones that keep me busy now.
Well,
Yeah.
you get to an age and stage in life, like you've lost your wife, your dogs are your family.
They are. They really are. And these Chihuahuas just love Judy because she picked both of them out, and you know, they were, especially the littlest one. They're a brother and a sister, but they're from 2 separate litters and the same mom and dad. And the little one, she's really started snuggling with me now because she's finally realizing Mama's not coming back. You know, because
Right.
that last 4 months, Judy was in and out of the hospital, or last 3 months, I guess I should say.
Hmm.
She was in the hospital more times than she was out. So, but yeah, she likes to curl up under my beard, and it's like, got the sharpest dad burn nails. I do everything to keep them down, and boy, she like a cat and sinks them right in under my chest to get like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the same problem with mine. They use my calf. They use my calf muscles as a scratching pad.
Yeah, well, I got the little gal. I finally ran her off just a minute ago because she was wanting up in my lap, but she was trying to crawl up. I'm wearing just my jogging shorts here I wear around the house, and she decided she wanted to crawl up my leg. It's like,
Yeah, I know that feeling.
but it
They
gives me
just don't
something.
understand, do they?
No, they don't. But you know, they are my companions now, and I'm lucky. I've got 2 sons that keep me, you know, keep in touch with me and get me out to do stuff, and
Good. That's good.
so yeah,
That's
they've been
good.
real good about that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost. Is that Brenda? Is that who Sunstar is?
Brenda,
Yep,
yes.
Brenda.
Brenda.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't recognize that name, but I heard it. That I recognized. Yeah, I lost her back the 14th of March
Mm.
after almost 43 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a long time, and I've been retired since '85. So we spent 24/7 around each other all those years, and it's like the only thing is now I can watch what I want on the big screen TV.
You don't have to worry about where the clicker is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I went ahead and put big screens in almost every room in the house because I got tired of losing that battle.
That's the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you
No,
Brenda, for that.
I was just going to say another thing on that. Tulsa King comes up to its grand finale this weekend.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week episode was pretty good. It had a little twist to it, but it went
had a
back.
I'm gonna
few-
I'm
it
gonna
had a
have to go
few
watch it. I
twists.
haven't watched
Yeah.
this last.
It had a
Episode
little
9.
twist to it, but
It had a
I
few
liked
twists.
it. But I'm glad they sewn up that little bit. But there's a lot of other. I was just talking to
They
Bill
might have
Thomas
sewn up one
today.
problem, but I think they've started another one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I believe the little rift between the Missouri folks and Tulsa folks have been resolved. But I still think there's going to be some issues. With
Yeah,
the New
something
York
new will
area.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I was initially skeptical about the show because it's not really my style of show. But a friend of mine just kept annoying me and annoying me and annoying me, and then one day I just cracked and just said, "Bugger it!" I had nothing to do that day, so I binged watched the whole series 1 in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you
'Cause
can get it like
it was
that,
way
yeah,
after
you'll
it
you'll
finished.
get hooked. Yeah,
Yeah, it
I've
was
been on
way after
board
it
since the
finished, and
first
then
episode.
once I saw the first season, I went, "Oh, I'm hooked now. I need to
Yeah,
know what's happening." And that was, and I had to wait a while for the second season to come out. So
right. Yeah,
it's, as I said, it's not normally my style of watching because
yeah,
I'm more into sci-fi though. But I have enjoyed it,
yeah.
which is
Well,
good.
the two
Hello,
shows I
Joe.
watch now until something better comes on, is Tulsa King and also watch Lioness.
Yeah,
It's a-
I've I've seen a lot of ads for that, and I
Mhm.
just it's
It,
got someone in there I don't really like,
well,
and
once
it's
again, if you watch the first season,
yeah,
you'll get hooked into it, and you'll be right.
understandably, but
They're about midway through the second
one of
season
the
now.
actors in it is I just can't get into, and it makes it hard when you're watching something that there's a person you don't like, so
Yeah.
it's hard. It's a hard sell, even though I've seen it advertised because I do
Well,
watch
don't be so hard on
Paramount a lot.
Nicole, Dominic. Nicole's all right.
I
I
I
figured
knew you would work out who I was saying.
she's the
Not a
only
huge fan of
Australian
her.
on the cast.
I know that, but I'm just never been a huge fan of her. It's just a hard sell every time someone
Yeah,
says a movie and she's in it.
Who's in
yeah.
it?
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole
Oh,
Kidman.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, she plays a Washington
As I said, it's a
insider.
hard sell.
yeah, yeah. I haven't been I'm not a real fan of hers. I can tolerate her, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, her role is just like putting salt on food. It's she's not a main character, but she's
right,
there to
yeah,
season it up a little bit.
yeah. She's there to
Yeah.
spice it up a little. That's the season,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
I'll give it a try.
But
Well,
I
I'm
tell
trying
you,
to work out why
watch the
Joe
first
is
season,
wearing
Dominic. You'll be
wearing a
hooked.
bow tie.
Because Dre's on.
No, okay.
I had to look a little more presentable.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know what, Joe? I got more questions about where's my tie when I was in Vegas more than anything. Everybody's like, "Shock, you don't have a tie on. You don't have a tie on."
I even wore some comb my
Yeah,
beard.
keep that
because I
here
saw
just
he
in
was on
case.
here.
Yeah. But I think
Keep
I
that there
think
just in case Dre's on.
I scared Ken Heron because I never I've never been on Ken's show. I'm pretty much sure he's never watched my show or anything. And when I first walked in to the tavern, and I saw a couple people introduce them, and they told me some guys were outside. So at the table, there was Ken Dono, Greg from Pilot Institute, Ken Heron, all sitting on one side. And the other side was some other guys from Pilot Institute. Wayne from DGI was there. And I come in, I just kind of give Ken Dono a big old elbow, say, get over, dude, and stuff. And he looks up and starts laughing because he knew who I was. But Ken Heron's eye went about this big. He's like, what the hell's going on? And stuff.
Mm.
I said, okay.
Hey, Dominic, I could have told you it's because I just came back from across the hall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Been raining all day.
Mm. So what's new with you, Joe? Anything exciting?
No, I've been bringing stuff back to places. I had to go back to Home Depot and bring those two power banks back. So now I got a credit. I got another one coming in tomorrow. It's going to eat up that credit. We're going to see if that one works.
Mm.
Johnny and I could have went flying this morning. It was supposed to rain all day, and it didn't start raining until noon.
Yeah.
So, and he can't go tomorrow. So now we're maybe going to try to go Friday.
What's going on with the power banks?
No, the one I've got hooked up, the power bank that is the battery backup system.
Right.
It's only a 650, and the other day it started beeping on me and acting all kind of crazy. And it says that it could be overloaded and all of that the way it sounded. So I ordered another one. I didn't pay attention that I ordered the same one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So when it came in, I looked at it and said, that's the same one I got.
These the DJI ones or another brand?
No, this is Cyber Power or something like this from Home Depot. Then I ordered I think it's APC, another one. And that was 1,500. I said, shit, I'll just get the big one. And got it here, and I took it out of the box, and the way my plugs are, they won't configure in it because of the way the shape.
Right.
It's just the other ones I have plugged sideways. The new ones plugged straight up and down.
Ah.
So it made a difference.
Okay.
So
I
brought all that back, and I have another one coming in, Cyber Power coming in. It's a 1,000. It's gonna be 350 more, and and that one should work. But this one's working fine since I reset it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You sound like Bill, the drone reviewer, keeps sending back his Air 3S.
Yeah, I haven't caught up on what was going on with that. What problems he been having with it?
He said he's still having some kind of jitter in the video. That's why I sent the first one back, and he was on last night talking about the second one was doing the same thing, and which is very odd for a DJI to have two drones that have the same issues, and it's not widespread. No one else that I have seen talked about this issue.
Yeah.
So everybody's talking about could be SD card, could be just a gimbal, could be just something. You never know, because all you can do is send it back.
Yeah. Well, if you bought them from the same place, they could be
frame rate. Like you say, he said he's done it in different frame rates. He's went from 4K to 1080p. He's changed SD cards, and everybody's thinking it might be the bit rate. I said, man, we got other drones, older drones that start off at 60 bit rate and did fine. I think the first drone to go to 100 was the original Mavic Air and stuff, and this one shoots at 100. So I'm not buying the frame rate or the bit rate argument either. I just think either something he's seen in his on his computer that the rest of us or other people are not seeing. I don't know what it could be.
Could even be
one thing he showed is when it was happening, he was in the middle of a yard and it was going fast. And if I get the Mavic 3 and I turn it as fast as that in 4K 30, I'm going to get a little stutter. You're going to see the frame change. That's what I think he's seeing, because the bit rate's changed. I told him, I said, put it in 4K 60 and try it, and don't go as fast.
Well, I think the speed is what you're saying. The camera can't keep up with the speed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what any camera. I don't care if it's a DSLR, full frame,
Right.
APC, whatever. You move it too fast in a certain direction, on a regular ground camera, you get blurred.
Right.
With a drone, you might get stutter.
I
And
thought it
that
was
could
a
be-
figure skater doing a spin how fast he was going.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and because he's, like on film cameras, back in the day, the racers would go by and it was hard to get those shots of a car still as it was going by at 200 miles an hour. And
Mhm.
that was the blur that you got. Now we've got
Right.
with the digital electronics, it's a stutter because it's just not able to send a
Yeah.
Right. And that's why you shoot motion shots coming towards you, or you shoot it going away from you.
yeah,
But that way it does, you don't have the blur. You'll get that still shot
Right.
that's crisp and
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Depending upon what your settings are, you'll get the blur in the background, but not on the subject
Right.
itself.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. My wife used to do that all the time.
Mhm.
And I mean, she got some of my son when he was skateboarding coming up off a ramp and got him. He's up off the ramp, reaching down and grabbing it. I mean, it's just a
Mhm.
perfect shot,
Right.
And
Yeah.
it took her a couple tries to get it, but
Mhm.
when it happened, it's just like
Yeah.
the second one she set up.
I'm glad you brought that up, Joe, because I didn't see the part where it was stuttery. I just hear him talk about it. But now
Yeah.
you mentioned that he's going sideways full speed, and which that's something I don't do very often, hardly at all,
Can't do that.
and stuff. And because of that reason, because I know you will get you could get gimbal lock, just like flying an aircraft itself. You can get a gimbal lock in a regular aircraft and stuff where the stick just locks, and you got to fight the stick to get back in control of it.
Yep.
And stuff because you're going too fast and the G forces are too strong on the equipment.
Yeah.
So
That's even with me taking pictures on the sideline because
Right.
the lighting isn't 100%.
mhm.
You're dealing with the high school lights, and if I'm following somebody and I'm shooting 1,000 of a second, I don't care what I'm shooting it at.
Yeah.
If I move with him too fast, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have that first shot's gonna be blurry all the time.
Right.
I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah. That is something that he may have to deal with, and that's just no matter what kind of camera you got, how fast you're shooting it or whatever. That's always part of the key of being a photographer is knowing where your position is, knowing how fast you are. All these things come into play, as we say, the
Yep.
elements of life.
Yeah.
You talk about, like I say, G forces, gravity, all this kind of stuff comes into play, and you got to be able to, fly accordingly.
Yep.
That's why if I'm doing anything, what we call yaw movement, or I say pan movement left to right, I always want to be cinematic and slow.
Yeah.
Cinematic and slow.
Got to slow it down.
Slow it down. Let the camera do what it can do and stuff. If I want to speed it up, I'll speed it up in post.
Exactly.
I was
Yeah,
complaining
that's what I was
about the
thinking.
Neo. I was complaining about the Neo being too jerky. And I
Mhm.
went out and I said, let's see if I can fix this. I went out to a football practice and flew the thing around and took my time doing pans and slow yaws. And guess what? I had no jerk.
Yeah.
So guess what it was? It was me.
Yeah.
That
So
very
which
well
one you
might
guys
be
are going
what
to
it
tell
is.
Bill what his problem is?
I
Yeah.
tried last night. I put it on there and he skipped right over it. He did. He skipped right over it.
Bill is a good guy.
I
but
think
he-
I think at this point, I think he's just more frustrated than anything else because now he knows he's 3 or 4 weeks behind everybody else with their brand new reviews and stuff. And I said, yeah, you're just a guy buying a new drone now.
Yeah, he said he was just going to send it back, get his refund, and then wait for Best Buy or somebody to get it and buy another one.
And he might be waiting till Christmas for that to happen.
Yeah.
He might be
As far as I know,
in somewhere in January.
yeah, because I say, as far as I know, Best Buy and Amazon still don't have it in stock.
They don't have anything.
Yep. And that's why I was so glad when I talked to Dale of Blue Skies up in the state of Washington at the Vegas meetup, and he was just telling me how what he has is what he already has on the shelves. He has not been able to get anything new into his store at all. And he says
Wow.
He's looking at early December before he gets anything new. And that's why
You know
I was
what's
telling
good about
people
that?
how these things affect people. I said, especially mom and pop people like him. All he
Yeah.
does is sell drones, and the number one drone he sells is DJI.
Hmm.
The good news is that my money isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's all I look
Staying
at.
with you, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Staying right here.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, like I said, guys like that, that's what's, keeping the lights on and the doors open though,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going to hurt some people.
Oh yeah. That's why I kept trying to tell folks, a lot of folks get worried about, well, as long as I can get mine. I said, dude, this is not all about you. it's a whole nother entity of operations that are being affected. I remember a couple of guys, one guy was criticizing the video I did about talking about the trickle down effect of how this is going to play. And he said, well, I got my Neo with no problem. I just shook my head and said, dude, this is not about
Hello,
you.
Mark.
Count your lucky days, because more and more people are talking about how their packages are being held up. Matter of fact, Paul, did Don get his yet?
Yeah, I can get his what?
Mud ball,
Not
his
as of this
Air 3.
morning.
My ball,
Air
no,
3,
he's
yeah.
still waiting.
And he's supposed to get it last
He
Friday.
gets emails that says it's still in, it's
Chicago?
being held at customs.
Customs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I heard it was in customs in Chicago. That was last Thursday. He got that email.
Yeah.
And here
It's been a
it is
while.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I say, and like I say, he's just an end user like most of us. Now, if I was a reseller like Dell is and like Dobo is and other
Right.
people are, I said, now if I had intentions or I had an order to fill with somebody else, now I'm caught in the middle. Because now
Yeah.
they don't pay me money to sell this drone, and I can't even get it in stock. It's sitting in some
Yeah, I'm
port.
looking at Crutchfield right now. That's where I buy a
Mhm.
lot from. There's no Air 3S.
Yeah.
Let's see. And the same thing they got. If they don't have it in stock, you're probably not getting it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hmm.
They have an Avata 2 in stock. Best
Yeah.
drone ever.
Yeah.
After that crash I had the other day, I was thinking I needed a backup.
Well, now you know you need to be at least 15 feet, 20 feet off in the air before you do that move.
I went back and looked at the other ones I did, and I was 10 feet off the ground.
Okay.
I was 6 feet off the ground on this one when I
right.
started. But
Mhm.
I'm telling you, it was nothing. 6 feet would have worked. I guarantee it would have worked. But
Hmm.
as I was coming out the loop, I gunned it.
Oh,
So
you
I
added
changed
more
the trajectory.
speed. Yeah, you
Oh,
changed
yeah.
direction by adding more speed. Yeah. Yeah. That'll do it.
Because I tell you, no matter how many times you do it, when you go on in that loop, it gets you a little bit too. Because you lose everything, you got to trust the drone.
Mm-hmm.
Is that with the Avata too?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Avata 2 Easy Acro. Now,
Yeah.
Johnny said something the other day. I think Johnny was drinking. I think he finally was drinking something. Because he said that it could go frontwards or backwards like that. No, it can't. It doesn't do a backwards power loop. It actually shows you point up, push
Yeah,
up.
you get a backwards one, you put it in post
I
and put it in
tell you
reverse.
what, the first one I did out here between all the trees, and
Uh-huh.
I was in between them trees kind of close.
Mm.
Yeah, I was doing that with my Avata. I was doing the flips, and I wasn't really paying attention to how close to the ground I was, and all of a sudden I did a flip, and when I came back over, smash right into the ground. So I did.
Yeah.
Of course, my son was there, and he laughed at me, and I had to do the walk of shame, go down and pick it up, but it didn't hurt it. So
Well, I only had to do about a 30 feet walk of shame, so it wasn't that
yeah.
bad. But Johnny called me the other day when he did the power loop the first time, and he's on the phone. He says, "How the hell you get this thing to land? Every time I do it, it's a power loop. How am I get this thing to land?" I just said, "You got to hit the right button, not the left button. Because when you hit the button to land, you're doing a power loop."
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
So he kept doing it. He finally grabbed the drone out the air.
Mm.
He stopped and grabbed it and turned it upside down. I said, "Yeah, you hit the button to the side and it'll land."
course, you could always just turn off Easy Acro.
Just stop, let it hover and figure it out.
Yeah.
But every time he pressed it, it'd do another loop on him. He said it was getting closer and closer to the ground.
Mm.
And I told you, I saw how he flies. Watch out. That day, that you see, it serves me right though, because I hit the pole afterwards. When he was coming in, he said, "Am I clear? Am I clear those gates?" I said, "You're looking through the goggles. You tell me you're gonna hit it." But that time he hit the gate. You know. I said, "I can't see the other side of that gate." Pow! Hit the gate. That thing flew about 150 yards the other way, did a flip and landed in the middle of the ballpark. Battery went one way.
Oh.
But me hitting that pole, that gave me some PTSD. Because what I do is I go out, I like to find a little bayou somewhere and then get about 10 inches, 12 inches above that and just fly the bayou with the Avata 2 and just real cinematically, just take our time and go see what's back there.
Yeah.
I haven't flown one since I hit that pole.
Well, last time I went out probably in September, middle of September. My son was out camping, and I came out there. Him and his wife and son were out there, and I came out there and brought my crawler, and he had his, and so another buddy of his showed up, and it was out at the lake, and so I just put my drone up in the air and started watching, started trailing behind them with the Avata. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute, there's some boats out there. So that's the first time in all the years I've flown now, that was the first time I flew over water. And I was comfortable with the bird. That was the thing. I trusted what it could do. And
Yeah, you've got to trust your equipment.
yeah.
Yep.
And I kind of let it, lead me, and where did Dre leave?
Right. Yeah.
He dropped off. He might have a phone. I think he might have got a phone call.
Well,
Oh,
he dropped.
yeah.
Well, he dropped off earlier because his internet crapped itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but problem is I still haven't taken the SD card out of that and put it into oh, that's just my cousin. I was trying to figure out what that was. And but yeah.
A computer, Lloyd.
Do what?
It's a computer.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's I was trying to see who was texting me or what that was. I get about 20 or 30 messages a day or so from my cousin or from my kids. It's like, pick up the phone and call me.
I get 20 or 30 phone calls a day from Kate.
I don't know if answering East Coast Thrills. I don't know if I'll go there this year or not. I'm thinking about it, but I'm going to have to see after the first year where I'm sitting as far as having savings. I mean, I could afford to buy the tickets and go, but I'm also wanting to go to my high school reunion up in Colorado. And I thought, well, I just got to thinking because I'm going to have some more money coming in plenty of time to be able to save up to go to Colorado. So I very well may go down to South Florida again. So meet some of the ones I didn't get to see last time.
Now, Lloyd, how's this? This morning, Kate arrived, parked on the driveway. I knew she was there. I could hear the car radio blaring out. And instead of coming and ringing the doorbell to come in, she phoned me from the car.
Oh my God. Yeah.
to say she was here and come and open the door.
Huh.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
It got your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Check some. He's
Well, here's a little tidbit. My clock that sits up here on the wall right over my desk, it's a digital clock. It went on the fritz. So I said, well, I went on Amazon to see how much to replace the clock. And I got a good deal. It was like $22, digital clock.
Hmm.
And it says, if you order now, we'll guarantee delivery today. I just got notice that it'll be here yet today. From Amazon.
Wow.
Wouldn't it have been easier just to make sure it wasn't the battery first?
Oh, I did that.
All right.
Well, what happened is I tried to reset it, and when I reset it, I hit an old button, and the old button turned everything into Chinese and Greek and everything. It's like that.
Oh God.
In other words, there's nothing wrong with it. You just didn't set it back to English.
Yeah.
And you out $20.
Yeah.
You get too frustrated there, Paul. My doorbell went on the fritz today. It was blinking red and it wouldn't match. I said, it can't be the battery. I checked it. It was the battery.
Oh, dog.
Yeah, I have a Ring doorbell and I have the rechargeable battery in it. I don't think I've charged that battery in a year. Well, I got other cameras out front, so it's like, yeah, you know.
Well, I ordered because it uses the AAA lithium. That's what I mean. The AA lithiums.
Yeah.
So I went on and I bought 8 of the rechargeable lithiums with the charger, fast charger.
Yeah.
It was like $30. So I said, you know what? I'm not paying for them twice. And then I could use the AA's. I could use them in my mouse and other things.
Right. Right.
So I use them in my cameras and my strobe in the back, my sink.
Right.
So I said, you know, it's stupid not to just buy them. It was $30. It was actually 40 something on it. It had a 30% off. It was 50 something. It had a 30% off coupon.
Oh, great.
So I jumped on it. I said, let me get it.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be here tomorrow. I put 2 regular AA's in there and it works, you know, alkalines. It just won't last as long.
Now I've got a Ring doorbell and they've got their own proprietary battery. I'm thinking about changing to something different because I'm not real happy with it. So
The one I have is Blink.
Blink, yeah, I've been thinking about going to their stuff.
And the one that Justin talks about is Eufy.
Yeah.
Is what?
Eufy, EUFY.
Yeah, they've got
And
them
they
here.
have a rechargeable built-in battery on them. But they're like, I got a couple of them in the list on Amazon. They keep telling me they're on sale. They're only $200 right now.
Jeez.
You know, it's like, keep the $200. Mine didn't cost that much. Even with the more batteries coming. We gotta teach Paul to have patience. Because when he said that, he said it with the Chinese. Just press it again, it'll probably go to Dutch. Press it again.
Yeah.
It'll go to something else. And press it again, you'll get back to English.
Yeah, it probably goes from, English. So it goes from English to Chinese to Dutch to English to Australian and then American.
Yeah, it could be.
Because you guys have got a completely different language.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank God it doesn't go to UK.
Yeah, that Blink is a whole lot cheaper than what a Ring doorbell is.
Mm.
And I got mine with a setup that came with the Echo Show.
Oh, okay.
So it had
Yeah.
the Echo Show, so that sits on my desk. So when it comes, all I gotta do is say, "Show me the live view," and it shows me a picture right there.
Yeah, I've got an Echo Show that I gotten for Judy, and it's still back in the other room, and I never moved it up here. I need to bring it up here and set it up.
It's a good thing. I like it.
Yeah,
And I bought
Yeah.
the other day. I bought the sync module that plugs into the wall all the way in the back for the Blink,
uh-huh.
and they're usually like $50. It was on sale for like 20,
Oh wow.
and it has a USB plugged into it, and it syncs with it, so everything that it sees goes on a USB in the back. So it's syncing there for me, and then it's also syncing to my phone and syncing to Echo. So it's like, but mine gets used because, like I said, across the hall, there
Right.
must have about 80 people in there, like a clown car. They have like at least 20 times a day somebody going in and out of that house. Yeah.
Hmm.
Brenda said, "Good luck with that, Joe." With Paul. Hey, when he got that much money, he don't care.
Oh, he says, East Coast Trail says he's got the UV.
Now I did buy I forgot to go get it today. I bought that 20 terabyte hard drive at Best Buy.
Right?
I forgot to go get it. I forgot I bought it.
Well, now they've got this UV security video doorbell. Or is that just the battery? That may just be. No, it's for $69.
Yeah, I think it's on sale right now.
Joe, if you don't go and pick it up, do they only give you so much time to actually collect it before they put it back on sale?
Yeah, I think 5 days.
Mm.
You don't have it shipped to your house?
I could have, should have. I should have. It's right there. Let's see, I got to pick it up by, let's see. Available for pickup. Doesn't tell me here. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
all out that way too. I forgot all about it.
Mhm.
I get my gas either by Sam's or by Costco, which is over in that area. And they've been having a price war between the two of them. So I
Okay.
swing by Sam's first to see what they got, and usually they're like 255, 250. And I said, well, that's going to be a good price. I said, I'll go by Costco, and I could always come back because I had to go to the dollar store over there. So I went over by the Costco. It was 245. So I just got my gas there. So now I know to go to Costco first because you used to be able to check online. You can't do that now.
Oh,
Justin.
Justin.
Okay,
Yeah,
there.
he's giving me crap. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I went by Walmart yesterday and I about had a heart attack. It was $2.35 a gallon.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah. And it's like, it's funny the prices are all coming down now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. Just saying, just odd,
Yep, just saying.
They're
not coming down over here.
Well, that's
Oh,
good.
we're slowly moving down.
Y'all
We're
need to
we're
have
at
me a new election or
79 a
something.
litre.
We're
We sell by litres here.
Yeah, I know.
we're about 140 a litre nearly.
Yeah, that's about
It's 3.8 litres to your gallon.
right.
Okay, just give or take. We'll multiply it by 4 because it's easier
Or
to
that's
do.
what I was trying to do. Yeah.
So we're outwards of
About
nearly
5.50 a gallon or so.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
We're outwards of probably above 6.
But your gallon isn't the same as our gallon, you see. Yours
Yeah.
is yours is 3.8 litres, ours is 4.5 litres.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So is yours the imperial gallon?
Yeah.
Okay.
But and another, while we're talking about the word gallon, I always hear people talking about a gallon of milk, and I'm thinking, I've never seen something that large. The largest amount of milk we have here is 3 liters.
Ours is
We don't
6.
have anything higher than that.
Our biggest one is 6 pints.
Yeah, I did see that, Justin.
Yeah, we do it in 1, 2, and 3 liters.
But I think our
And
pint,
1 liter's usually the one that most people buy.
Is that
think
what you're paying East
they're in the-
Coast?
They're in plastic PETC.
yeah,
The other ones we have are usually in milk cartons, and milk cartons are usually 600 mil,
Yeah.
which is give or take a pint.
the the cardboard cartons here are usually just UHT.
Yeah, most of them are UHT here, but we do have the occasional carton that's 600 mil, and that's usually flavored milk. That's Big M.
Oh yeah, you can get flavoured milk cardboard, yeah.
Generally, yeah, it's
But
either
generally,
UHT or flavored. And the big name here is Big M. That is the
What is
Farmers Union is probably the second biggest, but the main one that we sell in terms of flavored milk is Big M.
when you say flavored milk, you talk about like chocolate milk or
Yeah,
Yeah.
chocolate milk,
But
iced
strawberry,
coffee,
banana.
strawberry, banana.
yeah.
I
When-
think they're the main ones, and then there's the occasional one where you get limited edition ones that have a little bit more eccentric flavors.
Like the spiced Christmas one.
Yeah, eggnog.
Eggnog, yeah. We have eggnog
it.
come out at Christmas time. That's one thing I get but I usually will get, I'll get a half gallon of eggnog and a half gallon of milk, and I mix it half and half because the eggnog
Yeah.
is just so thick and strong. Yeah, so
Yeah. We also have eggnog custard in a carton,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
usually a liter, whatever that is.
Non-alcoholic, yeah. So
Yeah, whatever that is, whatever a liter is. Probably
no,
a quart.
1 3/4.
Probably near a quart.
yeah, a little bit over a quart. A
1
little
and
under a
Yeah.
quart.
1 3/4 imperial pints.
Yeah.
But your pints are you still have 8 pints to a gallon, don't you?
Yeah.
So your pint is smaller than our pint as well.
Right.
Yeah, because our pint is
We've still got
570.
a gallon.
That's
Yeah.
why when Americans go to a pub and they order a pint,
Yeah.
they get drunk faster because you guys have bigger pints than we do.
Yeah. Ours are 20 fluid ounces, and I think yours are 16 fluid
16
ounces.
fluid
Yeah.
ounces. Yeah.
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 Because ours is 20, and it works out in vicinity of 570 mil.
Yeah.
570-ish. 20, yeah. 568, I think, would be the exact number. I think they've just rounded it up to make it easier.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, Justin. What I counted up is 3 more, but I may have missed 1 or 2. My cousin had texted me and he said he'd heard it already kicked it to 218, and well, not yet. At least not when I checked it. So
Yeah, I
Oh.
thought I'd hit 218, but
Seats
maybe
in
it's only 217.
is that the house seats?
yeah, house seats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they said 216 a
Politics
little
in
while ago.
different
I don't think
countries
it
is
went up yet.
fascinating.
It's amazing how long it takes them to actually get the results in.
Yeah, we do it pretty much overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
Most everybody else does too. We got a couple states that I don't know.
Yeah, we won't mention California.
Well, them and Arizona and Nevada.
Yeah,
You'd think Nevada would be quicker at things, considering they have to count all that damn money. They'd count more than, but I think they only have people that can count 10 fingers and 10 toes, and then they have to hire somebody else to come in and do the rest of it.
Lord,
Well,
you
I-
actually think they don't have to count
17.
pound lines?
Our polling stations close at 10 o'clock at night, and the results
ours closed at 6.
results are usually done before 3 in the morning.
Yeah, by the Sunday morning, ours because we do it on a Saturday, and
Right.
our polling booths close at 6, and that's 6 in each state. So that means by the time that Western Australia closes, it's usually about 9 our
Right.
time. But
Yeah.
overnight, and then by the following morning, you got a fair idea of who's won it.
Well, I think it all started back in 2000 with the hanging chads, and that turned into it. And now everybody wants to make sure every vote is counted and everything, which is the way it should be. But some of there's Donald sneaking in, hiding in the
Donald
shadows.
snuck in.
Donald.
Well, we had issues with the hanging chad, and Florida was embarrassed by that enough that they changed their voting system,
Yes, they did.
and they can now count the same day. They modernized everything.
Right,
Mm.
right. Arizona's still counting the chads.
Mm.
Wasn't
So what's up, Donald? How are we today?
Chad the guy peeping over a wall?
Yeah, that was an embarrassment for the whole country. But yeah, it was definitely, you know. And I was just, being an older person now, I'm a little embarrassed for all them old people that said they couldn't see what they were doing. That's no excuse. They were just using that as an excuse to gum up the works. I consider most of them were toothless.
But,
Gumming up the works sounds.
politically, what you're saying is true, but us old folks, remember we used to call old people gummers?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking after I said that. Yeah, they gummed up the works all right.
Yeah.
As soon as that came out of my mouth, I thought,
Yeah.
okay, I know.
That's fun.
Bunch of old time gummers, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never heard that one.
Haven't you?
You never heard?
That's-
Oh,
I've never heard that one.
Oh yeah, because they have no teeth.
No teeth, they
Mm.
just
Yeah.
gum everything.
And that
Yeah.
was a new one.
you must have lived a sheltered life, Joe.
Hello, Laura.
No, I did not, trust me.
Okay, all right. There's 5 of them. Well, I was looking on my phone and the map. I couldn't get it to blow up right where I could see it.
Hmm.
So, has Alaska finished theirs yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, sweet. That would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, your political system is way different to ours, so
Oh yeah, yeah,
it's interesting to see how you do it and how we do it.
yeah, yeah. And Grant Smith had Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, that comes on.
Mr. Ed.
Yeah, he and I sit down and talk. Because there's a few things, and he's known me and he's kept track of our politics for years. But
Yeah, same
and
here.
we've talked for years. But there was a couple things last night we went through, and he didn't understand the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. And I had to,
Yeah, so you've got 3 houses, we've only got 2.
Well-
If you're in Queensland, you've only got 1. Queensland does things differently.
yeah. Well, we only have 2 houses, but we have 3 different branches of the government. The House and
And
the
one
Senate
branch
are
has
under,
one branch has 2 houses.
Yeah,
It has 2 chambers.
yeah.
2 chambers. Yes.
Because we've got state, we've got the federal politics, we've got state, each individual state, and then on top of that, we've got the local government, otherwise known as councils.
Right.
Oh, well,
They used to be councils, and then they've renamed them. They're now LGAs, which is local government authorities, because what they did was each council, instead of, because we had just one council, what they did was they redesigned it, and they shoved all councils into a bigger area, which was easier to maintain. So they became local government authorities rather than just councils. And it's an absolute shit fight anyway. I'm just amazed at it.
We've got central government, then you've got the county councils, and then you've got the local councils.
It sounds similar.
We have our city council, and then we have our county, our county, what do we call them? Commissioners.
Mm.
And our county government, and then we have our state government.
Hmm.
And each city, their government is independent of any their council is independent of any other cities. County commissioners, same with that. Each county has their own say. And then we have the state, and then we have the federal government.
Yeah, because the state government can jump into our councils and remove them if they feel that the local government authorities are abusing their power. They can actually completely wipe them and start again. We've had that happen recently.
I think we call those elections here, but you know,
This wasn't an election.
yeah, no,
The state government stepped in and said, you're absolute bums, and they just completely wiped them and started again.
Yeah, there is some cross jurisdiction there sometimes where the state has to, but it's usually a corruption charge, and that's handled by.
That's what it was.
That's usually the state attorney general steps in and does whatever to. But,
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to step away real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
So,
what's the time?
Just so you know, I still have the volume on, and I can hear when you guys start talking about me, Don.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So what else has been happening?
Oh,
Uh,
it's getting colder.
Well, we're not warming up. That's the trouble. We're still in the high teens and low 20s. I'm waiting for the big one to come.
I wish.
90s.
We're not
Haven't had one.
even.
We've had one so far since March. We've had 90. It was 91.
Here it is 9 degrees centigrade.
14 C.
1 mile an hour wind, 5 mile an hour gust. It's a pity it's pitch black.
Nice weather. Okay, what have I got? I've got 14 degrees Celsius, relative humidity of 52. The wind is 18 kilometers an hour, gusting to 36, and the wind direction is coming from the south-southeast, which is not normal.
Our wind has changed. It was southeast this morning, but now it's coming from the northeast.
Yeah, southeast is not normal. We normally get either a southerly or a northerly, and when we get a northerly, that's northerly is when where all the heat comes.
Not that
North, northwest.
I don't
Yeah,
think
you're the exact opposite.
I wouldn't class a 1 mile an hour wind as needing to come from anywhere.
Yep. 79% cloud cover. I've got 27 visible satellites, and the KP is 1.3.
Yeah, our KP is the same. The KP index shouldn't really vary across the whole of the Earth, to be honest.
It shouldn't, yes. Should.
Like
I want another high KP.
We've got 100% cloud cover, 1% probability of rain.
I've got 0.
Dew point is 9 degrees.
Yeah, that's about the same here. Yeah.
27 visible satellites, 21 satellites locked.
I've got 25.6. So we're pretty much in step.
Sunrise at 7:30 in the morning, sunset at 4:15 in the afternoon.
Ours is 8:08. Our sunrise is at 6 a.m. 14 hours and 8 minutes of sun. It's going to probably get another, it'll nudge 15 by the time we finish.
Yeah, we're on less than 9 hours of sunshine. We're on 0 hours of sunshine. We're on less than 9 hours of light.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're starting to clear off because the cloud cover was 79. It's now 78, and that number is dropping.
Hey, Dominic, are you and Joe going to be around in the morning early?
Morning, as in, not in the morning.
Okay, because I got a vet appointment for Mia. You know, she hasn't been feeling well. I got to be there at 9 o'clock, so that means I was thinking of starting up the stream at about 8:30 and pass it off to whoever volunteers to be there.
Yeah, morning is like 1 a.m. here.
I should be here.
Yeah, I should be around.
Okay, so I'm figuring if I started up at about 8:30 a.m. instead of 9 a.m., that'll give me a few minutes to get her. It's only about 5 miles away, the vet.
Yeah. Yeah, because my nurse appointment tomorrow is at 20 to 1.
Donald's going to have his hands full with the baby.
I should be back for 1:30.
Maybe.
Don't you nurse your granddaughter about that time of the day?
You what?
Don't you nurse your granddaughter about that time of day, first thing in the morning?
I stopped lactating a while ago. I don't do any nursing anymore.
Oh, okay.
I got that one as well.
It depends on if my daughter is home or not.
God darn it.
She had a doctor's appointment this morning. That's why I had her this morning.
Oh yeah, how did the ultrasound sound go?
Hmm?
How did her ultrasound go?
They saw the snail. So it's going to be another grandson.
Hey,
So I guess we know who's going to be spoiling the granddaughter.
I told her she's going to be outnumbered, so anytime she wants to come escape, just call Grandpa.
Oh, grandpa. Yeah. That's good for you to build that bond with her, you know?
She'll get older and decide I'm an idiot.
that comes with age. I know the feeling.
I renounce age.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the police were supposed to be coming and getting a statement off me at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay.
Then the text message said anytime between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And it's now 11 o'clock and they still haven't turned up yet.
Hey, give me a little bit of lull. It gives me a chance to catch up. Did your son transfer to another department or not, Joe?
No, he's staying where he's at. He's staying where he's at. In fact, he's off till Friday. He went to work yesterday, and he got there, and when he got up, he was having problems walking.
Oh,
He was
really?
having a lot of back pain and stuff. So he went there, and they said, well, because they saw the way he was pale and everything else. So they said, go to urgent care, go see what's going on. So he went to urgent care, and they looked at him and said, we'll send him to the hospital. His kidney function was down to almost zero. So
Not
they
good.
well, that was the thing. And I told him, I said, don't tell me what, I'll tell you exactly what you did.
He's
Like
got a
that.
kid.
No, they said they checked for kidney stones. They didn't find any and all of this. And he said, they told me, I said, I'll tell you what you did. I said, you had a wedding you went to on Saturday night and you got drunk, right? He said, yeah. I said, how much water did you drink after that wedding? I said, probably not a lot. I said, and then you went to the gym and you drank energy drinks, right? And he goes, yeah. I said, an energy drink takes 8 hours for half of it to get out your system. I said, if you drank more than one, then you're pushing the half-life back. And I went through all of that with him. He said, that's exactly what they told me. Like that. So he's been drinking water and nothing else. And today he came over and he said it doesn't hurt him as much anymore. I said, yeah, it's going to take about 3 days for it to get out your system. Like that. So he's got to take sick leave for 3 days because they won't let him go back to work right now. So the doctor clears him on Friday. He's supposed to be going to SWAT training tomorrow and he can't go. They won't let him go. He says, I'm not missing SWAT again this year. He wants to be on SWAT. And they told him, they said, when we go to the range in December, we'll just bring you out there and run you through it right there. They said, we don't want you to miss another year. But he's staying there. And then he got to call his charges fixed, ready for him. So he's going to pick that up tomorrow. So he gets his scat back. They blew the engine and it was covered. Everything was covered. But they said they're working with the insurance with the guy that repairs them all the time for them, because apparently when he did the oil the other day, he didn't have the thing tight enough, and nobody knew it was leaking because it was only leaking when they were running. It wasn't leaking when it was just sitting there. So blew an engine on a brand new Charger. Police intercept the Charger. That's expensive.
Mm.
But he said he's not leaving Covington. They realize what they have there, and they've kind of shut down crime in the area. All the guys that used to cause all the problems say that they shut them down and they're not doing the same stuff anymore. And everybody knows everybody over there. It's like, plus it's civil service, it's not just the sheriff's department, so you're protected a lot better. I told him, I said, you got to realize you got some green grass there. When you go to the next place, it's just going to be grass. He's not in a town that's going to shoot at you every day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So he's got it made. They love him at the department. That's the good news. And he's probably going to be Officer of the Year this year.
Well, they'll give him some stripes pretty soon, won't they?
No, they're kind of top heavy. That's the whole problem. He'll get a raise. You know, I said, just do what you got to do. Somebody will get tired and move on, and then there'll be an opening somewhere. Or somebody will retire. They got a bunch of them that are probably going to retire in the next couple of years.
Trouble is, though, with the police, the more you get promoted, the less and less you actually do of the street police work.
Well, he doesn't want to get off the street. That's the big thing. The most he'd ever want is probably a sergeant or a lieutenant. But then the lieutenants don't do much. They sit at the office all night, and then when they need to get called, if something goes on, they'll take off out there, you know?
Yeah.
And he's the kind, like I said, he was at the fire department for over 2 years and got bored sitting at the fire department. Wasn't enough action for him. And so he's in Covington. He knows all the firemen because he worked with them. He knows all EMS because he worked with them. He knows all police in St. Tammany because he works with them. So he just needs to shut up. You know? Sometimes you got to be happy where you're at, you know?
Mm.
Well, didn't you say that there were several of them in that department that were moving out?
They're all back.
Oh, okay.
It's two of the main guys
They
moved
didn't know
out.
they had it so good and they came back, huh?
Well, the first night that Hess was on, this is one of the sergeants. First night, first detail. Pulled over a guy. They chased the guy down in a stolen vehicle. Pulled him over, got him, arrested him, brought him in. It's about 6 o'clock at night. 9:30 at night, they got another stolen vehicle, and they chased the guy down. Pulled him out the car. It's the same kid.
Oh my God.
He says, "What the hell?" They said, "Oh, they let him out of jail already." And he called up Justin and everybody and said, "Don't come over here." Because when you get arrested in Covington, guess what? You don't come out of jail. They have a hearing on Wednesday and a hearing on Friday. And that's when you meet a magistrate, and the magistrate decides where you're going. You don't go in there on Monday afternoon and think you're going home Monday night. You're stuck till at least Wednesday. And like that kid the other night that tried to break up the fight that shouldn't even started and pushed Justin, and Justin arrested him. And he said, "I can push all I want." He said, "I'll get out of jail in a couple of hours." And he says, "No, you won't." And it was Tuesday. It was a Tuesday. So he knows the system. And then he gets in there and he says, "You think you're big and bad." He said, "What happens on the way to the police station if I take your gun and shoot you in your face?" And Justin turned around, looked at him, and said, Well, I could bet you all the money in the world now that you're not coming out of jail tonight. You're gonna be there a while. He says, you have no, you can't do that. He says, why? He said, because you just threatened me. He said, you can't prove it. He said, that red light blinking on my chest just proved it. Because he had it all on body cam, right?
Yep.
So he had to go to, the guy's been in jail now for about a week. And they put him no bail. No bail. And he went in there the other day, they had to interview him on some stuff. And he looked over at the kid and they turned off their body cams. He said, what did I effing tell you? He said, you're gonna be here a long time, dude. Turned his body cam on and left. You know.
Boy.
Yeah, because that was a threat. That was enough.
Yep.
Felony offense. And they don't, and the judges, it's like Florida, the judges in St. Tammany don't care. They'll keep you there. I like to hear that. I like to have known that conversation that they had in private, Trump and Biden. I bet you Trump told Biden, I bet you he told Biden, if you resign and let her become president, I'll kick your ass.
Well, here's the interesting part is, and they didn't, I don't know
Hey,
if
Jody.
anybody caught it on camera, but the reporter
Howdy.
saw it, is that when Trump got there, Biden went out to meet him, and right in front of him was Camilla, and she handed him an envelope
Yeah,
with
They're probably
instructions.
cackling.
that was for his wife. That was for his wife from Biden's wife.
Yep,
It's
Biden's
like
wife, yep.
it's a letter because Melania said she wasn't going.
Yeah.
To the White House because of what Biden's wife said about her.
Yeah.
She said, "I don't need to go. I've been there." You know?
Yeah, when I heard Biden say "Welcome back," all I could think of was I expected them to start playing the "Welcome Back, Kotter" theme song. in the
Yeah,
That was the
background.
first thing that I thought too.
That you laugh about.
I was thinking
I
that
know that's gonna be on YouTube by tomorrow.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the first thought went through my mind. Like, yeah.
Mm.
A low of 45 degrees.
I would have thought it would have been, who are you? And who the hell's this Joe people keep talking about?
I'm hoping they have picture day next week for the soccer team. Because it's about time they do it. So I got to get the envelopes to them. I forgot all about the envelopes. I've been forgetting stuff because I've been so since everything calmed down. I sat here today and I said, oh, damn, I didn't put the pictures in to be processed for basketball I was supposed to do Sunday. Put those in real quick.
Yeah, I had two things sitting on my table here today, and it's like I was getting ready to go throw out old mail that was here, and I looked at the one and like, oh, that's from the VA cemetery. I was supposed to fill that out, a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
That's why they keep sending me emails asking me, have you filled out that survey yet? No. And then I'd gone to the doctor last week and got him to sign off on the certificate so I can because my handicap placards are expired. And so you have to have the doctor, fill it out and sign it. Usually they used to send it off. Now it's you take it home, you send it off. So I had to, and it'd been sitting here for a week and like, oh crap, I better get that in the mail today. So
You have to update it like in so many months.
Mine is considered a permanent, but I have to have it renewed every 5 years. It doesn't cost me anything. They got the forms there. All you do is he signs off on it, checks the appropriate boxes. You fill in your information, but then you got to send it off. And I'd forgot to send it off. It's just like right after I mailed that last thing, I remembered, Oh crap! I got to go get a. I got to get a new picture for my concealed carry, so because it expires in next month, so I have to. I mean, I don't have to have it in Oklahoma because we're constitutional carry, but if I go to another state, I have to have it. I have
Yeah,
to
go
have it.
get it.
Yeah. So it's just I don't like spending the $100. That's what really ticks me off.
Yeah, you'd be glad to spend $100 and not be in another state without it.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be a lot less.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go to I don't although I didn't take it with me to Florida, but go to Missouri somewhere and visit somebody and get thrown in jail there. Yeah, I could just hear me calling my son and saying, "Son, you need to come bail me out."
Who is this?
It's exactly what he says. He says, no, what he says, I'll tell you the same thing you told me, Dad. Nope, you sit it out until you can.
Yeah.
My oldest son's never got thrown in jail, but the youngest son did out in Georgia. He called me up, and it was like a 3-day weekend on top of that. So I said, "You're just going to have to wait until they have a bail hearing for you." Well, I don't want to. I said, by the time I got it wired to you, because back then, they didn't have PayPal and all that. By the time I get it wired to you, you're going to be out anyway. So I said, I can't post your bail if they haven't set a bail hearing yet. But he got straightened out on, got straightened out on all that, and he's never been back.
That's
Good
great.
God. I got scratch marks all up and down my leg where that little girl's been scratching me. Geez, she
Yeah.
your blood.
That's the bad part, is if it causes you to bleed.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
been there, done that.
yeah,
Yeah, get the antiseptic ointment on it.
yeah. I thought it was just light scratches, but then I'm looking here, it's like, oh no, she cut through the skin.
Well,
Yep.
I don't know about you, but I found my skin has gotten thinner as I get older.
Yes,
Hmm.
It does that.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I just nudge something, I gotta.
Got a bruise. Yeah, I do that. Yeah. That's like what I did yesterday, on that door frame. I just big. Now it's bruising behind the scrape. So it's like, yeah. I look at my hands now and it just looks like my skin just looks like tissue paper. It's that thin. I probably should drink more water.
Well, that's the other thing. The last time I was at the doctor, he says you need to hydrate more.
Yep.
Yeah.
I drink loads of water.
I drink loads of Diet Pepsi.
I
Close
drink
enough.
loads of water, but it tends to have either tea or coffee in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever watch one of those YouTubes where the girl's sitting there in the car and she lets out a little gas and the guy tells her, "Get out my car," like that?
Yeah.
So I was sitting on the thing. I've been eating the other day. I had tacos and everything, right? Get away from me. Go. The other day I'm sitting on the stool in the back and Loki's right next to me. I let out a little gas. He looked at me and went under the bed. He said, "The hell with you." No.
Yeah. Speaking of hydrating, I'll be back.
Okay. In
Yeah.
one end and out the other, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep.
Dehydrating. Yeah.
That's dehydrating.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the only thing bad about doing these. You got to do these envelopes one at a time or they jam. but it's not that hard to do them, you know. I'll put them in 10 at a time and just print them, and when it stops, I'll start the next one. I think I'm gonna break down and find a printer and have like 1,000 of them printed. To us, I put dates on. I don't want to put the dates on them though. That's the whole problem. I can do 50 for $1.25, so it's a lot easier. I look at it this way. If they don't want to spend any more than $20, I got $20, you know? So I look at it. And it only cost me $1.25 to do it. And that $20 only cost me $2.68 to print. So I'm good. Yeah, the only time is when I'm doing the football pictures, when I got to give them like 150 envelopes, and then those are big craft envelopes. Those are paint. Those take me a couple hours to do.
Now, when do you have to shoot again? When is another game?
Friday night. Friday night playoff game, and then the 19th, which is Tuesday, I think. Monday, what's Monday? Monday might be Monday. Whatever the 19th is. This is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, Tuesday. The 19th, first basketball game at home. So then I'm in the basketball while football's going on, if they win. And I'll be honest, I will be shocked if they don't win Friday night.
Well,
But I won't be
they must be favored, aren't they?
Well, they're definitely favored. They're the 5th seed playing the 28th seed.
Oh.
Like I said, I'd be shocked if they don't win, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, they a little cocky, are they? Or?
It's not that they've lost their main player, right?
Mm-mm.
And they go into the well too much.
Mm-mm.
They're doing the same plays over and over and over. If I was a linebacker, I'd be eating you up all day. You know, because if the coach is good on the other side, they're gonna kill them. And then they're not adjusting to changes. Second half, the other team came out last week, started doing screen patterns over the middle, and they let everybody get through and then flip it right over the line to the guy coming out the backfield, and no linebackers picking it up. All the linebackers will crush it in too. So what you do is after the third time, you tell your middle linebacker, look like you're gonna crush it and back out. And when you back out, guess what? He's throwing it to you. You know, you're not throwing it to the other guy. You're standing right where the ball's going. but they don't adjust to that. They almost lost they didn't lose the game, but because they had 6 turnovers in the game. They got 6 turnovers. If they wouldn't have got the 6 turnovers, they'd have lost the game.
Hmm.
And that's not going to happen this week. They're not going to get 6 turnovers. So they better play. And it's already they're getting some changes in their normal because they couldn't practice today because of the rain. They couldn't practice yesterday because of the rain. So they're doing films and working out, doing stuff inside. They're in the gym doing it, just walking through. Tomorrow is a short day for them, so they're not going to get a really hard practice in. So they're going to have a light week of practice. And then the meals for team day, it's usually, they got restaurants around here that always cater them. Nobody came up to cater them this week.
Hey,
They
Nanya.
called it, so the parents
Hello,
got
Eddie.
together and they spent all the money to get all kind of stuff to cook for them. So it's going to be a whole change in the whole routine, you know?
Hey, Eddie, how's it
All right,
going?
we'll see. Oh, I thought you said you were leaving, Dominic. I misunderstood you.
No, it's saying hello to Eddie. None your
Yeah,
business.
okay. Yeah.
And it's not about the players changing the routine, it's the coaches. Because the coaches have their exact set routine. They come out of the thing the same time. They don't walk on the field to do the first warm-ups till exactly a certain time. They got 2 of the coaches that go on the side and they throw the football back and forth while everybody's warming up. And they've got to get 100 passes in each before. But it's just all these little intricate superstitions they have. So everything's going to change this
Yeah.
week.
I know.
That's what
I
I'm
know
saying. I
about
would not be
superstitions.
surprised. You know? And I'll be honest with you, I'd like them to win this week, and I'd like them to win next week. Because I don't get paid another game for them until the following week when they go out of town. Then I get $20. I told I'm giving them, since Nate's number was 20. I said, we're going to do the Nate's Shepherd special this year. Instead of 25 a game, I'm going to do $20 a game, out of town games. That's still $360. That's going to cover my travel. You know, I don't care. You know, so I looked at it this way. If they play the first game, it's Baton Rouge, 80 miles from here. They're not going to get past that game anyway. That team is too good. And they're going to be a seed above us. So if they get past that game, then we got a 5-hour trip, you know, and then we won't get past that game. So it's probably 2 to 3 weeks left.
So, Donald, you got your happy face on. What's going on?
I'm looking through stock photo of babies.
Your babies or other babies?
Other babies. I'm looking for through stock video for a commercial.
Oh. So what is it for? Is it for a hospital or for what?
Carla, actually.
Baby Carla? Okay.
It's a
They'll take anything on
feel
trade.
good holiday commercial.
You hear what Lloyd said? He said it's Carla, they'll take anything on trade.
Well, they got that baby changing room.
Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah, they could sell minivans. You could have the caption, if you don't have a baby, the back seat's big enough to make one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oop.
That'd be a good promotional thing. If you've got a baby, we'll throw in a free car seat.
Yeah.
You know why they won't? Liabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
You got to remember, for 8 years of my life, I was a Baby Depot and a USA Baby Child Space manager.
Yeah.
A lot of liabilities.
Mm.
They used to ask us, "Can you show us how to put the seat in the car?" No, can't do it. The police, they go down to Troop B right down the street, and they've got a department that'll show you how. You know, but we give them the instructions, the National Safety Council instructions, but we can't put it in there for them or
Mm.
tell them how to do it.
Yes, so that's the nature of your system. Something that people wouldn't even think about doing over here.
Yep. But think about it. How would you like it if I know how to put them in. If I put the thing in and somehow when I put it in, I thought I had it snapped in all the way. It wasn't snapped in all the way.
Mm.
You know, it could be any kind of thing. Or I could have heard it click and thought it was done. And then all of a sudden it's not. And something happens to that kid. I couldn't live with that.
No, true.
I'd blame me all the time.
I wouldn't. I'd blame the stupid baby. Don't get in a car seat if you don't check it yourself. Stupid baby.
Yeah.
That's why we sent them over to Troop B right down the street, state police. They had they had 3 officers that were in the house that were federally trained to do that. And they had certain hours a day that you just drive up and they double check your car seat, show you how to put it in, make sure it was in right.
Mm-hmm. How the hell does it do this? It's sending me emails from eMed
Mm-hmm.
for weight loss programs to my Gmail email addressed to Kate.
What did Kate message you and tell you she's at the door again, or what?
No, this is something that's an email that's come in to my Gmail email address. And although it's my email address, it says Kate at the top of it.
Cool cat. Cool cat says those baby changing rooms don't work. He saw someone walk into one, 10 minutes later came back out with the same
The
baby.
same one.
Yeah. Probably Don didn't come up with that one fast.
Yeah.
That's kind of low hanging fruit. I had it, but I let it go because I figured it'd be too obvious.
He just thought he'd let somebody else take the credit for that one.
Yep.
Lloyd's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I couldn't get it muted. I thought it was muted, and then I realized it wasn't when that phone was going off. So it's like, but yeah, that was. And as soon as I heard it, I knew it was my son because that's his ringtone I have set up for him. So But he was just calling to check on me.
Are you
Good.
still alive yet? Yeah. Damn.
Didn't know there was a recording.
Oh. Well, Paul, I think I'm gonna get off here because I'm gonna go cook me some
Okay, Lloyd.
food, and I've enjoyed coming on here, so I'll be
You're
back.
always welcome, my friend.
Come on back.
Yeah, I will be back, even if Mark is on here. I don't mind.
We'll probably still be on by the time you've cooked and ate your food.
Yeah, you need to come back on. You're keeping Justin off.
Yeah, well, yeah, that does keep him away, so it helps. So
Oh, that's good.
A Lloyd a
Yeah.
day keeps the Justin away.
yeah,
Yep.
so. All right, gentlemen, y'all
Okay,
have a
Lloyd,
good one.
Take care. We'll see you maybe
Bye-bye.
tomorrow.
All right, yeah, maybe tomorrow if I wake up in time.
Okay.
All right,
See
later.
you, Lloyd.
Yep.
I don't know about if I wake up in time. I think it's more if I wake up. And I know you
you're
heard
still
that.
working on your project there, Joe?
Finish.
Oh, you finished?
That just needed 50 envelope. It doesn't
Okay.
take long to do it. Just got to do them one at a time. The hardest part was getting them changed, the names changed on them. Putting it to Lady Skipper Soccer picture day.
What's the team?
Done.
What's the team called?
The Skippers.
That's what the name of the teams are here at the St. Clair County Community College, the Skippers.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Well, Mandeville Skippers.
Well done.
When they make a sack on a quarterback, they say the quarterback's been sacked by a boatload of skippers. Yeah, it's kind of cheesy.
Hmm.
Let's hope every one of these has at least $20 in it.
Is that what you usually figure? About $20 usually?
When I got 50 of them, I'll probably get the girls. I'll probably do 50 envelopes because they usually all buy it. And I have about 30% in the $30 range, about 12-13% in the $20 range, and then I'll have a couple of like a few percentage in there of the 40 and maybe a couple 50s. You know, so I'll get a assortment across.
That's good for you.
Yeah, my sales with them the last couple of years have been like $1,500-$1,600 for that day. They spend money.
Does this team wear the same kit that I've seen, or that most of the American women's football teams wearing? Like next to nothing.
No, they're high school. They wear a little bit more.
Always amazes me that the men can wear all right skin tight leggings down to their ankles, and the women's wear boxer shorts. Well, not even that.
You're saying that's a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying
I've got to change my background.
It might be classed as a sexist.
Mine's up. Let me put it to you this way. I'm not saying anything because it's high school.
Yeah.
There you go. Dominic's put a disclaimer.
Yeah, I've got the disclaimer up. I don't want anybody to take that out of context. I made it. It was a joke. Okay. People take things out of context far too often.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here you go, Mark. This is one of the soccer games last year with the girls. That's what they wear. So they're dressed pretty modest.
Yeah, but I thought you meant American football.
No,
That's
They don't
real
have-
football.
pretty modest in it.
They don't have quarterbacks.
That's real football.
Yeah, but they don't have quarterbacks in soccer.
No, I'm talking about that was real football. But this is the girls what they wear.
Yeah, proper football kits.
Yeah.
That's what our women footballers wear as well.
Mm.
I was talking about the stuff that your American football women wear. It looks like
Now
it looks like they should be playing beach volleyball.
that's
Mm.
down the volleyball team is completely different.
There you go.
Everything is skin tight.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree.
Dominic,
Right there with you, Dominic.
Dominic keeps pointing his disclaimer.
Yeah. I refuse to make a comment on that. If I was an American, I would say I played the fifth.
You can still plead the fifth.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
on an American show, so American stream,
Yep.
so
I'll be right back. I gotta go dehydrate.
Yeah.
actually in Australia we would refer to that as going for a slash.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah.
Drain the lizard.
Point Percy at the porcelain.
Yep.
See a man about a horse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, we say about a dog rather than a horse because we don't have a massive horse thing over here.
Okay, no worries, Michael. I'll see if I can find that. Splash
Maybe
my
so.
boots, yeah. Yeah, dropping kids off at the pool is for the other one. That's for number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What do you call it when you have to take care of your baby's runny nose?
Some people.
Women's Champions League.
I haven't seen Heretic. I did watch though on. I think Dre suggested it.
JDS,
English?
hello.
Which was a 6-part series on Amazon Prime,
Oh, okay. I don't have Amazon.
and I signed up for a free trial,
Mm.
and it was really
Well,
good.
the programs that I wanted on Amazon had finished, so
It was
I let it go.
well. The English is a really good show. It's long. It's a lot longer than it needed to be,
Hmm.
but there's like
We were
I think
actually
4 or
discussing the
5
Lioness
endings.
earlier.
The what?
When Dre was on, we were discussing the Lioness.
I haven't seen that one.
Me neither. Because I basically said that Tulsa King has come to the finale this week. So I wanted to find something else to watch.
Never watched that show.
Yeah, I was basically forced into watching it, and then I got hooked on it.
I think it'd be pretty good.
It is.
Hmm. England play Greece tomorrow night
Oh, okay.
in Greece.
Hmm.
And they are the only team that has beaten England in their group so far.
Hmm. Yeah, but the trouble is when you're playing the Greeks, every time they get a corner, they put a fish and chip shop on it.
A kebab stand, not a fish and
Yeah,
chip
it's an
shop.
it's an oldie but a goodie. It's an
we don't-
old joke goodie.
We don't
Yeah.
have fish and chip shops. We only have Greek kebab places.
Yeah. I know it's an old joke though.
Mm,
So now you'd say if it was an American, they'd be putting a Starbucks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
The McDonald's.
They changed the name. Did you know
yeah,
that, Donald?
McDonald's. Yeah.
McDonald's is changing their name. It's just going to be Donald's.
Well, speaking about that, in Australia, we don't the all the signage is as Macca's rather than McDonald's.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, all the yeah, all the signage on there, you'll see it as Macca's.
Yeah, they said they're going to put Trump's face on the arch, and it's going to be
Yes.
Donald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he added to his cabinet today. Getz,
Good.
representative out of Florida, secretary of didn't say, I can't remember what he was. I almost want to say defense. No, that's the other guy. That's Pete. But he's another one. They got a whole bunch of people he's picking right now.
They still have to go through
The
their
Senate.
hearings in the Senate.
Yeah, but the Senate and all Republicans. So guess what that's going to do?
Actually,
They need 60, I think.
if he tries to get them appointed now, so they're on the job going at it, they would have to go now. But
Yeah, he ain't doing it now. He's waiting. Stop. Stop. I could open that door and kick you out.
Now, Dominic, Australia plays Saudi Arabia in
Yeah, I
the
know.
AFC World Cup qualifiers tomorrow.
How they play soccer in those outfits they wear?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
yeah, that's what fish and chips are
I am
everywhere.
back. JDS says I was invisible and then I'm back.
Although- Actually, no. My son went out the other night and his girlfriend she ordered fish and chips, and it came out with the battered fish and crisps.
Packet of crisps. Yeah. We
Fish
got
and chips.
that.
We call them chips.
We
So
actually got that in France.
it's
Mm.
like, yeah, it's supposed to be.
Fish and chips, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we do a lovely beer battered fish and chips, and the
Yeah.
batter is really crunchy. We don't do the thin French fries. We do the very thick steak
Thick
fries.
ones. Okay.
I think I'm going to do hot wings tonight.
And malted
Yeah.
vinegar.
Yes.
Malted vinegar.
Yep.
Or not malted, malt vinegar.
Malt
Yeah.
vinegar. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I said malted. Vinegar with, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah. take that
Well-
stupid
I went Caribbean tonight
Nice.
and had goat curry with rice and peas and dumplings.
Oh yeah.
my wife likes tartar sauce, but
Yeah, tartar sauce is nice.
not as good as just
Well, there's tartar
vinegar.
sauce and there's a good tartar sauce, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd prefer just a little bit of vinegar.
Oh, I don't mind a bit of tartare sauce occasionally. But yeah, I'd go with the malt vinegar too.
I
But
like
you use it.
that.
You get a
Well,
spray
no.
bottle and use it.
Tartar sauce and vinegar are two different animals, though.
Well, yeah.
Tartar sauce is like a ketchup. You still
I-
have the vinegar.
No,
Yeah, you love it.
Mm.
I know you do. You think you're hungry?
You see, we always put the ketchup on the side
You're
and
hungry
Yeah.
right now.
rather than pour the ketchup over
Now,
the.
I salt the hell out of my fries too.
oh yeah, you
Yeah,
want the
that's
ketchup
the
on the
way.
side with the potatoes, yeah.
I don't put salt on chips.
Oh, you
don't-
got it.
I don't put
Oh.
salt on anything. It's bad for your blood pressure.
Ah, you got to live. You've got to live once. You can't just be healthy all the time.
Yeah, I'm
Not
going to
worth
put some wings in right now.
Okay.
I'm actually not that keen on salt on chips. I don't mind vinegar. I like vinegar. But all the salt does is leave a funny taste in your mouth and make you feel thirsty.
Okay.
In fact, that's why they always used to salt the chips in fast food places, because it made you thirsty.
Hmm.
And then you'd buy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it adds a lot of flavor.
Yes.
Hey, Dominic,
It adds
Yes.
flavor while you're cooking
Buffalo
it.
Tyson wings. 4
Nice.
pounds. I got 2 bags of them.
If you
Great.
properly with the salt in whatever you're cooking in the first place, then you shouldn't need to put any extra salt on it afterwards.
Hmm. I'm not saying extra salt.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, when you're making chips, you're not supposed to put salt in the oil, but no, I don't mind salt and pepper chips.
Hmm.
Kettle cooked
Yep.
as well.
Hmm?
Salt and pepper, kettle cooked. Mm.
Yep.
Nice and crispy.
Well, salt
Grilled
and
cheese
pepper.
sandwiches are good too. A good grilled cheese sandwich. Down. Do you make a good grilled cheese sandwich?
Use mayo for
Oh,
your
you
grilled
put
cheese sandwich
mayo
instead
on the
of butter.
bread?
Yeah, put mayo instead of butter.
Yep.
Yeah, the oil.
We butter the outsides too.
Yeah, the oil cooks it really good, but the egg in the mayonnaise helps it brown really nice and even as well.
No, salt and pepper chips is a Chinese style thing. Salt and pepper is like a mixture of onions,
Yeah.
chilies.
Yeah.
Oh,
not-
I'm talking about
similar.
salt and pepper.
It's not actually salt and pepper.
We have salt and pepper potato chips
Yeah, we have salt and
that are
vinegar.
kettle cooked.
And they got vinegar chips too.
Oh, we do vinegar as well, yeah.
Salt and vinegar.
Salt
Yep.
and vinegar.
But the pepper, salt and pepper is like black pepper, like heavy black pepper.
Now
Yeah.
I've never tried the pickle chips. They got some of the pickle flavored.
I got spicy pickles up in the cabinet right now, actually.
Yeah, we do.
The
We
spicy
actually-
pickle chips.
We do pickled onion flavored crisps. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
JDS says he likes to put bacon in his grilled cheese.
Oh, definitely.
At that point, it's no longer a grilled cheese; it's a melted.
Yeah,
We would call that a toasty over here.
a bacon toaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a bacon melt.
Mm.
Because yeah, everything's different.
Yeah, everything's different, but I'm the one that's right.
Well, Donald, don't you have to make dinner?
Not that he's trying to get.
You know, I don't even have my phone on me. I don't even know if my wife is called.
Yeah, but 8 wings and tater tots in the air
Nice.
fryer.
In the air fryer.
Potato tots.
Okay.
We call them potato jams.
In 14 minutes, they'll come out perfect.
Well, I ordered extra when I ordered me what's it, and I've got jerk chicken for tea tomorrow.
Nice.
Dominic, that bag costs $18 at Sam's for 4 pounds, and I could make 4 meals out of it. So it gives you about
Oh, great.
24 wings. You get
Speaking of
24 to 30 wings in it.
Gonna go and see if I do need to fix dinner.
Okay.
But that's in case I want wings and I don't have to worry about buying them anywhere. Because then it costs me $18 to get 12 of them somewhere, 6 of them somewhere.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I've got those, and I've got the little bites, the little honey barbecue chicken bites
Mm-hmm.
that I bought. Those are $11 for 3 pounds, 4 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do with those, I take about 8 of them, heat them up, and then I put them on top of salad. Eat them like that
Yep.
with some ranch, and that's pretty good. So technically, don't need to go out to eat because I got a lot of food.
Yep.
And I passed Lee's Hamburgers today and said, "Oh hell, I went to Lee's."
I
Can't
can.
remember the last time I had a Lee's hamburger.
I think last time I ordered 20 hot wings, it cost me £12.
Yep, I'll see you guys later. We're doing breakfast for dinner, so I
Okay,
gotta get up there and
Donald.
start
Hey,
fixing
take
some
care.
eggs
Yeah.
and some
Have a
sausage
good,
and some.
have a good dinner.
Later down.
Yeah, I think it's getting to that time.
Yep.
I've been on for an extra half an hour, so
Okay. Yeah, I think we're
I'm
gonna
gonna-
call it, Joe.
yeah, let's call it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Okay, and
it's-
if any of you guys are around first thing in the morning, like I say, I need somebody to cover while
Yeah.
I take Mia to
Yeah.
the vet.
Right.
like Captain Ray's on now.
I'll probably will start it up around 8:30 or so, and we'll go from there.
I don't think Ray is on. I'm subscribed to him, and it's not showing up. I don't know why.
Okay. All right,
Mm.
everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again tomorrow.
Later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay.